Welcome to Whiskey's a Journey. My name is Peter Fossano. Today is Wednesday. It's my segment that I call Sip It or Skip It. If you're not familiar with this segment, if you're new here, I have all of my whiskeys randomized on my phone. I'm going to spin the wheel. Whatever it selects, I'm going to pull it off the shelf, do a quick review, let you know if I'm going to keep sipping on the bottle until it's gone and replace it because I like it. Or once the bottle's gone, if I don't like it, I'm going to skip buying it and move on to something else. So let's go ahead and spin the wheel and see what we're doing today. Looks like we are doing Yoichi. This is Single Malt Yoichi. So this is a Japanese whiskey. Before I get this bottle, just to let you know, I do have a January giveaway happening. If you're interested in supporting the channel, all of the rules to the giveaway are in the description below. Also, John and I, my brother-in-law and I, just got back from Bullhead City. We did the 10th annual Slaborama KCBS event. I'm not sure how we did because I'm shooting this before we left. So if you're interested, take a look at the community tab. All the information is there. Also, if you end up liking this information and you're not subscribed to the channel, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel. Turn that bell notification on because I produce videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. All right, let me go and grab the bottle. All right, here we go. So we got the Single Malt Yoichi Japanese whiskey. All of the information for this is right here, along with my tallies for my sip and skips up to this point. If you're not new to the channel, you probably already know what this is going to be, but you never can tell how a bottle is going to improve or deconstruct over time. It's been a little while since I've had this, and I have to remind myself, paid $88.99, and it is a 45% ABV. It smells fruity right now. I'm getting peaches and pineapple even before I get it up to my nose. Also, one more little thing here. I have a new partner in 2025 for the channel, Whiskey. If you're interested in barware or glassware, I have a link. I think it's towards the bottom. If you are interested in supporting the channel, if you know anybody that wants barware or glassware, if you go through that link, I get a small commission. And there's no charge to you. I think you just have to use that link. So here we go. Let's get this thing on the nose. Very fruity, very delicate, lots of vanilla and lots of peach. Slight amount of citrus, but not over the top. It is very common for me to get a delicate note or a fragile note in any Japanese whiskeys that I ever have. And I don't have a whole lot of them, but the ones that I do have, there is a fragile note, and it's kind of difficult to explain. If you were to put water in this, it looks like, or it seems like it's going to fall apart. There's a delicate balance to this, and I think if you add anything to it, it would just disintegrate. Which is interesting because I do believe, and I think people have said this before, correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong, Japanese whiskey has been developed to be put into highballs. And there was a highball campaign in Japan that was just like shoved down the throats of the consumers in Japan. And there was a huge boom in Japanese whiskey along with the highballs. So it kind of is counterintuitive that I come up with something that smells that it's going to be delicate or fragile when it was designed specifically to be put into a drink. But maybe those delicate flavors of vanilla, citrus, and peaches, grapes, are going to be accentuated within the drink. Yeah, it just smells really good. Not peated or non-peated, not exactly sure, but it does come across as a little bit smoky, but without over the top medicinal Band-Aid iodine note. So maybe there is a touch of peat in this. All right, it smells absolutely fantastic, just like always. So let's go ahead and get it on the palate and tell you what I think. Yeah, I want to say that there's peat because right up front, I do get a campfire, smoldering, burnt log. You put out a fire, you get a little bit of smoke, and then you have that smoldering log that's in the fire. It's got a little char on it. It's not over the top. It's just nice. It's not sweet and savory like a burnt meat or a smoked meat. And it's definitely, for me at least, it is definitely not on the medicinal Band-Aid and iodine. And then right behind the smoke is the vanilla, the citrus, and the peach note, which I guess makes sense because in peated whiskeys, it's common for me to get a burnt peach, burnt pineapple, or charred pineapple, charred peach note. And all of that's coming out of the glass. It's really good. I also need to let you know that I purchased this bottle early on in my journey, so I'm not exactly positive the current price or the current availability. I think I recall seeing this all the time on the shelf at the big box stores, so I think the availability is pretty good, at least in my area. Let me know what you're paying for it in your area and where is your area. All right, let me go ahead and get one more sip in, concentrate on the finish, and then let you know if it's a sip or a skip. All right, second sip, everybody. Yeah, right up front on the arrival, get a little bit of an effervescent, tingling feeling. Comes across as pretty sugary, pretty sweet. The grilled peaches, the grilled pineapple, the vanilla, a little bit of citrus. The tannin is settling in on the side of the tongue. More of elevated smoke note on that second sip, but nothing is coming across as medicinal, tarry, or Band-Aid-y. I think it's well constructed. I think it's well balanced. There's a good amount of sweetness along with a subtle amount of peat and a slight amount of spice. I wouldn't even say that the spice is there that you can actually pick up on it, but after consecutive sips, I think there is a building spice. And recently, I always go through waves. I think recently I've started to notice each time I sip a whiskey, there is a little bit more elevated spice as I go. And it's a subtle spice, something like a very mild ginger or maybe even a white pepper. No matter how you look at it, it's well balanced and it's really good. So is this going to be a sip or a skip for me? This is probably not going to surprise everybody out there or anybody out there that is familiar with this channel. This is definitely going to be a sip for me. As soon as this bottle is gone or before the bottle is gone, I will purchase another one and then see if there's any difference in the batches. I know as air goes through this, it might change the profile a little bit, but overall, I think the base notes will probably remain the same, but I would like to see if there is a difference within the batches. What are your thoughts or feelings on Japanese whiskeys? If you've had the Single Malt Yoichi, what do you think of it? Let me know in the comments down below. Hopefully that was a quick one for you. So wherever you're at in your journey, I hope you're enjoying it, and we'll talk to everybody later. Bye.